Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the week of May 7th through May 13th. Thank you for joining. And if you wouldn't mind subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting, that would be wonderful. If you're interested in a personal reading, go to my About page and there's my website and my email. Either way works. And with that, let's jump into your reading. All right, Cancer, tell me, Spirit, what does Cancer need to know for the week of May 7th through the 13th? What does Cancer need to know? Ooh, there it is. What does Cancer need to know? All right, just cards flying everywhere, Cancer. You're usually the homebody, right? All right, bottom of the deck, Six of Pentacles, the Fool, Knight of Cups, and the World. Lovely cards. Okay. All right, let's see what we got here. So, okay, so I'm just kind of, looks like you're coming out of a time of stress. So you've had some stress, but it looks like you've been minding your mindfulness, right? You've been doing your meditations or your walks in the park or whatever it is that you do to sort of alleviate stress. You've been mindful of the fact that you've had stress. You've gone through the process to alleviate that stress. So that's great. You're sort of on top of things, Cancer. That's awesome. And I know it seems like the last couple of readings I've done for Cancer has been a little bit stressed out, but looking at this, you've gotten into a routine of how to take care of yourself, which is great because you can't take care of others unless you can take care of yourself first. And honestly, Cancers are so good at nurturing. So this High Priestess also talks about having that higher intelligence, that intuition, that sort of direct connection to God at all times. And just a very put together card in this deck. And this isn't without kerfuffles or things that have come up. This Page of Swords sort of represents sort of a few little upheavals here and there, and nothing that you just didn't walk, right into and take care of and create the stability that you need. Now, this 10 of Pentacles can be about inheritance. It can be about family, money, or stability. It can be about finding out about a community, like a grant or something like that, that is taking care of some things you were worried about being taken care of, right? But it all seems to be, you're kind of in a flow here. So that's a good thing. And it's where you like to be, water sign. And looking at what you don't see coming. So it looks like you have some pretty stable finances coming. So whatever it is you're concerned about, financially speaking, is sort of alleviating itself. You've got the Fool card. You're feeling pretty carefree. You're doing a really good job of not worrying about the other shoe, right? At least according to this. And because things have gotten better, you've got this Knight of Cups, which is some messaging, emotional messaging, but it doesn't seem like it's bad. It actually makes you feel pretty much on top of the world. You sort of feel like, I don't want to say you feel like you got this in the bag, but I feel like you feel like all your hard work was worth it. That you're where you're supposed to be. You feel pretty good about this. That's really cool. All right, so let's see what else we got. So that's your foundation. That's what's leading up to that week, right? So tell me about the week of May 6th through May 13th for Cancer. I'm sorry, May 7th through May 13th for Cancer. Tell me, Spirit, about the week. May 7th through May 13th for Cancer. Oh, I have a little hidden card there. Look at that. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Cups, the World card again, the Hierophant. Wow, it's the same cards, just mixed up a little bit differently. Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute. So it looks like for whatever's happening here, you have the skills to get through this and you know it. That doesn't make you any happier about it, but the Devil card talks about those things that we go too far with. You know, it can be like true addiction, like we drink too much, we eat too much. It can also be things like, you know, we go too deep with criticism, or we overthink a situation, or we stay at somebody's house too long, things like that. It can be anything that you just take too far and you have a tendency to do that. We all have them. And that's not to say that we all have addiction, but that is to say that we all have that thing that maybe sometimes we do when we're nervous. Like when I'm nervous, I talk too much. And that would be, you know, if this card came up for me in a reading, I would say I must be in a situation where I'm a little bit nervous because I want to talk too much or something along those lines. It could be other things too. And we all have those things that are our triggers of kind of taking it too far. And that's what this is talking about. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean it's you. It could be somebody that you're working with or associated with. We have, and the reason why I say this, because we have now this Seven of Swords here. And the Seven of Swords is about, it can be about thievery, you know, somebody stealing from you, and it's right next to this addiction card. So that could tell a story for some of you who are actually dealing with a true addict, that somebody's taken something in order to get the things that they want or think that they need. But it also can be about strategy, and that may be you setting a strategy to abide by this boundary that you want to have in place that keeps you from going too far with this thing, whatever it is that you go too far with. Or it could be a strategy that you're putting in place to help somebody else with that situation. The bottom line, though, is you have this Nine of Swords over here. So I'm not sure how successful you'll be. You might, and that's the reason why I think this is not necessarily you and the thing that you take too far. It might be somebody else, because you just don't have control over everybody else. You only have control over yourself. And this may be something where you're trying to influence somebody else for their for the, you know, so that they have the best possible chance. And it may be really hard to do that, to manage that influence. But we're going to clarify this too and kind of learn a little bit more. Let's see what you don't see coming. So we have an emotional message. We still have the World card. We still have the Hierophant, and we have, so what this tells me here is that through this process, right, you're trying to do some influencing, and maybe what you actually need to do is bring the community in on this, whatever community that may be. If you're actually dealing with somebody who's an addict, maybe, you know, it's, I don't want to say intervention, but maybe they have a counselor or a sponsor. I couldn't think of the word for a minute there, that you can call in, or somebody that they feel accountable to that can help you with this. There may be some rules and processes that you can put in place to influence them or entice them. And there may be, there may be a cost associated with it, but I still feel like this is actually overall a good omen. You might just feel like there's a little slip and feel like you're kind of seeing things maybe go in a direction you don't want them to go in. And so you're sort of taking action early on to take care of it. Let's see. What is the final outcome for Cancer? What is the final outcome? That card is really making itself known in this reading. What is the final outcome for Cancer, Spirit? Okay, we'll take both. So we have the Six of Swords, we have the Six of Cups, and we have the Six of Pentacles. Some of you might be going, oh, 666, that's not good. I wouldn't worry about that so much. The number 6 is actually a great number, even if it's in threes. I know it feels like it's not a good number, but um, it's really, we'll break that down. All right, so we have what's coming. We have the Three of Rods, the Queen of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. Lots of pentacles here. Um, okay, so we have the Six of Pentacles that's been coming out all along in the bottom of the deck. What you don't see coming. We have the Six of Swords, and we have the Six of Cups. These are all really good cards. So the six itself, numerologically means creativity. It means stability. It means settling and finding yourself. Okay. And so when I look at this card, to break them down separately, this card is about having enough stockpiled that you can help others, you can be a giving person, you can have some philanthropic ability. And then this Six of Swords is really about moving on to a better situation. So you're just, he's moving across the water. You can see land on the other side. There's quite a big buildings there. There's quite a few big buildings there, and he has he and she have a place to go to that is better than where they were. And they still, it's not without their troubles. That's what the swords are about in the boat here. So you don't want to try to fix everything before you go. You want to go first, fix it later, because actually going there is going to resolve some of these things. You try to fix them in advance, you're going to let the water in the boat, right? And the Six of Cups is about partnership and relationship, and it has a nostalgic side to it, so it might feel like this might have to do with somebody you have a very strong relationship with, a history with, and a relationship that they respect you, they listen to you, they're a part of you. So don't make sure you put your best foot forward on that, that you say what you got to say. And what you don't see coming is, this works itself out. I mean, you help them forecast and see where they're going, and you're helping them get regrounded and feel good about where they are in life. And this is really, and it could be you, absolutely, it could be you. But at the end of the day, it's like relearning what your happiness looks like. What is your new normal, or what is their new normal? But I kind of feel like a lot of you are helping somebody else through this. There's a learning here, and I feel like you're the teacher, or maybe teacher's not the best word, but you're the tour guide through the learning. Okay, let's clarify some of this. That's an interesting reading. These cards. All right. All right, Spirit, clarify the foundation cards for Cancer, please. What cards, that looks important. Cards can you give me to clarify Cancer's foundation? What cards can you give me to clarify Cancer's week of May 7th through 13th? I'll pull one more since you had one come out. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups, so new beginnings, emotionally happy about it, thrilled. Two of Swords, decisions. Ten of Wands, end of a difficult time. And there's that Six of Cups again. Wow. Okay, we're going to come back to those. All right. So in your foundation cards, to clarify, we've got the Princess of Wands, which is sort of the Page of Wands, the Nine of Wands, and the Eight of Discs. So this is mastery. This is you kind of mastering this situation and becoming a master at this situation. So, and it's interesting that came out right over this heritage card. So this card is about family stability. It's about creating a rock for everybody to sort of lean on. And whether that's money or inheritance or just stability, emotional stability. And that's you're creating that situation. And we have this Princess of Wands. And so she is really about laying down a path, learning new things, taking it on as if you're already an expert. And here you become the master like that. And this Nine of Wands sort of you have sort of this it's going to be stressful as you go through it. But you have everything it takes to get through this. And then the actual week of, we've got the Eight of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Prince of Cups. Wow, with the cups, right? For a while there it was Pentacles, now it's Cups. And Cancer, you fit very well into that kind of emotional scenario. You know how to deal with your emotions. You know how to when to let them loose and when not to, and how much to let out and all that. So you've trained yourself in that area because you're a water sign and you're accustomed to that, with having lots of feelies. But we've got this Eight of Cups here. You're kind of moving on and hoping that they sort of take the trail with you and leave behind whatever that difficulty is. And you've got this King of Cups. They're right there with you. They know what they need to do. And you'll notice he has a snake around his ankle. He's not without temptation, right? And that Devil card's there. So the temptation is still there. But your encouragement is to move on. And this person is learning from that how to move on. And then the outcome, we talked about, all these sixes and everything being very like, you support what you have to support. You lay the groundwork. They go with you. They trust your partnership. They know that you're a good North Star for them. And we've got this World card, which is sort of the role that you're playing, and the Seven of Cups, which may be the very advice that you're giving them, is not every choice is a good choice. You got to really analyze and make sure you're making the right choice, because you can't go back on it, right? And they're kind of at a critical time. And so when we look at what you don't see coming, we have this Ace of Cups, which feels like happy times, like you're rejoicing in either your ability or their ability. Some of you are definitely helping somebody else, and some of you, this may be about you, but you're rejoicing in the fact that the right decision was made. And this Two of Swords, this is about decision. This is all about decision. It's yes or no. Do I do this or do I do that? Right? Ten of Wands, end of a difficult period, moving on to better times in life. And then the Six of Cups represents those better times. It represents the history of your relationship and how grounded it is and how emotionally tied and committed it is. All right. Let's pull your cards for the week. All right. We'll pull a wisdom card. Spirit, tell me about Cancer's wisdom card for the week. What is Cancer's? Well, that's too many. We can't pull all of those. We'll try again. All right, Spirit, what is Cancer's wisdom card for the week? These cards are super slippery. Chaos and conflict. And that kind of fits, doesn't it? And we'll pull a moon card. What is Cancer's moon advice this week? All right, let's see what we got. Chaos and conflict. So this card is really, you'll see it's the zebra is losing his spots and gaining his giraffe marks. So chaos and conflict, right? Is it a zebra or is it a giraffe? You are going to feel like you're kind of diffusing one thing after one situation after another, but keep your feet on the ground and keep yourself steady, because you can do this. And the number is 33. I love double numbers. They just always mean so much, but I really feel like you may need to be creative as you move through the different chaoses and conflicts that come up, but you're going to be fine. And you can do this. In fact, you're the best zodiac sign suited for this because you understand the feelings so much. And this is all based in that feeling. And then full moon in Gemini, the answers you need are coming. So hang tight, hang tight. It's coming. All right, let's pull your Dreamweaver card. What is Cancer's Dreamweaver card for this week? There it is. When the Weavers Built the Sun. I think this is the most interesting deck of cards. I have so much fun with it. It's so creative. All right, number 40. When the Weavers Built the Sun, the essential meaning is the value of dreaming big, success at seemingly impossible tasks. So I think that very much relates to the situation. You are dreaming big. You are either pulling yourself through the situation or helping pull somebody else through it. But whatever it is, you're staying on top of it all the way through, and that's how you make it. So the full saying is, legend has it, when the Dreamweavers built the sun, they created a huge ball of fire so that they could see all the miraculous things they wove into being. They needed light and more life force energy to flood our world so life could grow and flourish. Their big dream didn't exist before they imagined what it could be. They made it up as they went along, and no plans to follow, nor certainty about how to do it. They claimed it energetically and followed the prompts of the conscious universe, their partner. They made an impossible thing real. Right now, you're in a similar place. You have a big dream, but you don't have the how yet. And sometimes you question whether it's even possible and wonder if it's not meant to happen at all. Looking at all the chaos in the world, you wonder if it's selfish to feel that you deserve any of your desires. Do not give up on your dreams. Something unique that will serve a greater good wants to call you to life. You were given this idea as a gift from the divine, and it is your mission to forge a new path to bring it here. If you knew the how of it, it would mean that you're not dreaming big enough. Whatever your dream, you need to begin now. It's time to act. Hold the vision of success, but not too tight, and lean into to this greatness, your greatness. Just think of how many you will touch by this action. Trust that you were made for this. Step forward and keep walking one step at a time, and the universe will open its doors one by one. Wow, what a great message. So I kind of feel like whatever it is you're going through here, it's very, very divinely manifested, and it is meant to be. And you have all the skills that are needed to kind of pull through it. So your dreams are being realized. All right, Cancer, with that, I want to thank you for your time. Thank you for watching your reading, and I hope you liked it. And if you did, please do subscribe and like and share and comment. That would be wonderful. If you want a personal reading, you know where to go on my About page and reach out to me. And with that, thank you so much, and I hope to see you next time.